I guess I'm next.
Have
Yep.
fun.
Mine is the Diet Sam's Cola Guardian. I'm staring out the window. He's out there, I know it. He's been missing for weeks now, but I just know he'll be back. The sun's setting now. I can just barely make out the stream outside those big front windows. The trees were crowded, casting unnatural shadows along the ground of the stream that runs along our property. The case of Diet Sam's Cola still sits in the kitchen, some cans scattered about after that night. I had just come home from grocery shopping for our household of just me and him. I thought I had gotten everything right, but he wanted regular Diet Coke, but they had run out as there was a sale, so I got Diet Sam's Cola instead. I was wrong. Very, very wrong. This one thing sent him into a blind fury. He just started screaming.
It says a blind furry.
God damn it.
Oh yes, there we are.
He just started screaming and screaming at me, calling me worthless and a bitch, accusing me of cheating on him and lying. That it must be a whore and nothing less. Then he struck me again and again, throwing those damn Diet Sam Cola. That is until something strange happened. He screamed and he screamed and he screamed, but there was no words. Not like the screams of anger, but of fear. My husband was afraid. They were screams of terror. Then he just ran straight out of the front door into the woods. I sat up confused and dazed, but I could hear sirens in the distance. My neighbors must have heard my screaming. The cops came, took statements, looked for my husband, found nothing that night, or anything the last few weeks. They assumed he ran or lost his marbles, or both. I lose myself in thought over where he is and what he's doing as I finally work up the courage to go clean the kitchen. Some of my blood from my nose is on the ground, and still on the ground. I put on some rubber gloves and get to work scrubbing. Maybe if the house is clean enough, when he comes back, he'll be happy, just like when we first moved in together. As I'm working working through the stains, there's a knock at the door. My blood runs cold as I fear it's him. I cautiously make my way towards the front door when I notice two people. More police officers. I answer the door quickly. Hello, Miss Jameson, the first officer said quietly. We have a bit of a break in your case, so to say, she said uneasily. We need you to come down with us to the station and help identify a body and answer some questions, said the second officer, but he sounded duller, number, like he had seen something. I rode down to the station with him, a ball of anxiety building, as as we drove closer. As we neared, the first officer gave me an odd warning. I'm gonna warn you, the body's messed up real bad. She sounded scared, and I was too. What happened to my husband? Before entering to ID, they warned me again, but I just had to know if it was truly him. But as I walked into view him, I regretted it instantly. I nearly vomited. Before me laid my husband, but it was just wrong. Whoever did this to him was just wrong. His eyes were open in a look of terror. His mouth was unhinged, and stuffed inside was a can of Diet Sam's Cola. I ran out, and I just couldn't handle it. And the first police officer followed me, check on me. Geez, lady, you all right? I knew it'd be too much. I'm sorry, she sputtered out. But I could tell your husband wasn't a very nice fellow to begin with, so it really seems like you got yourself a guardian, almost like a Diet Sam's Cola guardian.
Oh.
The end.
I want to point out that your story is 666 words.
Ah!
Was it really?
Oh.
Yummy.
Oh, that's awesome. Mason, you ready?
Yeah. One brisk autumn afternoon, relaxing on his porch, sat Big Bear. The house he had built with his own two hands had stood tall for many years. The cottage now starting to show its age. The house didn't know much in the way of company, as the bear tended to keep to himself while not on the road. He worked as a trucker for a living and felt no other need for companionship. I have to increase the size of the zoom because I am old. That's just me. I couldn't read that good. Cottage seemed to liken to the way that the bear portrayed himself, secluded amongst the tall trees and cut off from any sort of unwanted attention by nosy neighbors. As the afternoon drew into dusk and the sun began to set, a pair of headlights came up the drive. Strange, the bear thought to himself. It's a 10-mile drive to any other sign of civilization, so if there were any If they were here for any reason, they were there for him. The lights of a large pickup came bounding up the gravel road as if it were a puppy tearing towards its owner. The pickup pulled in next to the bear's rig, and was still waiting for a moment, only as if the driver had to prepare himself for the encounter. As the door flung open, out hopped a man dressed in head-to-toe leather, more prepared for Sturgis than the secluded wood. "What is your business in my neck of the woods?" called Big Bear to the man in leather. "I've come to discuss your work and maybe a job offer," he responded flippantly as he walked casually towards the porch. That's supposed to be as poop. As the bear thought it over, and the bear thought it over. That's just worded badly. The bear thought it over, then retorted in a questioning tone, "What is there to discuss? I do deliveries." The man's brow furrowed, then in an agitated tone said, "Those deliveries of Sam's Diet Cola have come up short for the last few months." Big Bear was taken aback. Smuggling operation should have gone off without a hitch. There hadn't been word in months. The supplies hadn't run dry. "So how does this affect my employment?" questioned Big Bear, tightening his grip on his chair. There has been no mention higher up. I had only heard through an inside source. Replied the leather man, hoping to calm the bear. "You see, I come to offer you a deal," he said, eyeing up the bear.
No.
"I'm listening," said the bear, sitting back further in the chair, prying his fingers from the dent they had made from his incredibly supposed to be strong, not strong fingers. Incredibly strange fingers. This is why you don't write when you're tired. "There's no need to hold such hostilities towards me." Well, you see, started the man. See, I did voice acting there because he stuttered. You know, you write shit and then it doesn't register how stupid it is until you're actually reading it.
Oh, yes.
All right, we're gonna start that sentence all over again. Thus ends part one.
Part 1? Oh,
The tension.
Mason, when this is put up on the YouTubes, you need to show your band.
no. Oh, boy. Is this even YouTube? As they wouldn't take it down, would they?
I don't know.
You're a small channel.
I just know that Big
Yeah.
Bear's in a lot of trouble and he's got a lot of his hands.